Delta adds 6 new routes that go head-to-head against American. The network planners at Delta Air Lines have been busy this holiday season. The Atlanta-based carrier flies 6 new domestic routes over the Christmas weekend, as first seen in Serum schedules and later confirmed by an airline spokesperson. The new flights won't start until spring 2023 at the earliest, but they are all available for purchases as of this Sunday, December 25th, giving travelers dreaming of warm weather landscapes plenty of possible destinations. All 6 routes are focused on boosting connectivity in the Northeast. A few routes are to Nashville and Boston. Most of the new routes will be operated by Delta, a connection affiliate Republic Airways, using the 76-seat Embraer E175 regional jet, which features 12 first-class recliners, 20 comfort extra leg-room seats, and 44 economy seats in a comfortable two configuration. Delta will operate flights between Washington, D.C. and both Miami and Orlando using an Airbus A320, which features 157 seats. Delta's A320 sport 16 first-class recliners, 18 Comfort Plus extra legroom seats, and 123 economy seats. While these routes are all new to Delta's schedule, many of them will be operated in years past. For instance, the Boston to Memphis flight last operated in January 2014, while the service from Boston to Louisville last regularly operated in June 2008. Serum schedules show. Delta will not hold a monopoly of any of the 6 routes when each commences. In fact, American Airlines operates service in all 6 markets, meaning that Delta will go head-to-head against one of its big competitions on each route. Southwest also operates flights between Washington, D.C. and both Nashville and Orlando, while JetBlue flies between Washington, D.C. and Orlando. Delta is no longer to defending and growing its position in key markets, and it's likely no surprise to the aviation observers that the carrier will go against American in additional routes focused on the Northeast. American operates a hub at the National Airport, so Delta will be competing for O&D origin and destination traffic in this market. Meanwhile, Delta has been neck and neck in Boston for the title of the region's largest airline, and the 2 new routes launching in May could help the carrier reassert its dominance in key city under the Northeast Alliance tie-up between American Jet and JetBlue Airways. The 2 airlines have added a slew of new routes and additional frequencies from Boston, so Delta may be feeling some competitive pressure. Perhaps the most interestingly, Delta is adding routes at LGA and DCA, which are the 2 of the nation's most capacity-constrained airports, to manage capacity. These airports are categorized as Level 3 facility by the Federal Aviation Administration, meaning that takeoff and landing permissions are administered via slots. Each new flight requires a slot pair, and Delta did not remove any flights or cut any routes to or from LGA or DC. as part of this week's schedule load. It remains to be seen whether Delta acquired new slots to operate these flights or whether the carrier will eventually trim flights elsewhere to free up slots for these routes. Separately, Delta made a notable boost to one of its flagship domestic routes to Hawaii. Over the weekend, Delta extended the schedule for its 4,431-mile Atlanta to Maui route to operate year-round. Flights had previously been flight as seasonal winter service, but the plan was to upgrade flight to year-round service, a carrier spokesperson confirmed back in February. Now Delta is following through on that plan, which will make it easier than ever for travelers based in the Southeast to get to one of Hawaii's most popular destinations. Created with work by Hamza Ali, Foregoing January Episode 1. Foregoing January is a series where I post every Saturday in January. If you want to read my videos, the PDF link is in the description. Thanks for